welcome to Wow Toys by Eye Sighting. Since the Darkmoon Faire is on again right now, I figured it was about time I did a video that showed you all 20 Darkmoon Faire toys, how you get them and what they do. So all 20 looks like this. It's 2 pages worth. You can actually just type in Darkmoon and you will be able to see all 20 of them. So you should have 2 pages of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them up. So the first one I'm going to show you is the ones you can buy from vendors with tickets. So there are 7 that you can get, and I'm going to go through each one, which vendors they come from and what they toys do. So the first vendor is over here, and this one will give you 2 of them. This one will give you the Seesaw and the Whistle. So the Seesaw will cost you 50 and the Whistle will cost you 90. Now, what do they do? Well, the Seesaw is kind of entertaining. You place it on the floor, you sort of build it, which is kind of cool, and then you can get on it. And if you have a friend, they can get on the other side and you can seesaw, and it's amazing. Or you can stay in the middle of the path and repeatedly wait and nobody wants to join you, and it's sad. Next up then is the Whistle. So the Whistle is actually highly entertaining, especially if you're waiting for a rare to spawn, because everyone around you gets shocked and they all suddenly panic because they think the rare's there. It's quite amusing for me anyway. So next up then is the Flimsy balloon. This one you buy from the balloon vendor. He wanders up and down and it only costs you 8 silver. So that one's quite easy to get. And when you use this one, you're going to be shocked at how amazing this is. It is quite literally a flimsy yellow balloon that does nothing. Just hangs around. There's not even a recharge on it. You can just always have a balloon. Which, you know, maybe is better than the Seesaw. Anyway, on to the next one, which is the Haunted Memento. So just outside the dance thing, there is a person here that will sell it to you for 90 tickets. What does it do? Well, it does multiple things, actually. Once you press it, for the next 15 minutes, you will be randomly attacked every 3 minutes by something. So that one was the Lost Soul. 3 minutes later, a bunch of spiders appeared and ran around everywhere. You can't target them, and they sort of then just die, which is kind of sad, but you know, that's one of the things it does. The other couple of things it does, this is a random skull that appears and makes you scared, so that's kind of cool. This one I like the most. Randomly, it turned the sky, and that was quite a cool effect here in Darkmoon. So I think that is a quite good one, but you can't force any of these, and it happens every 3 minutes out of the 15 minutes, so it's very annoying. Anyway, next is the popcorn. So this one comes from the food vendor, which you're going to find over here, and this one will cost you 50 tickets, and it's on the 2nd page. So what does that one do? Well, literally you get a box of popcorn that goes above your head for some reason, and you eat it. But you don't get any food buff, you don't get anything, you just get the action of eating it. Okay, so next one is another Whistle. So this one comes from the dock area. This person here will sell you it for 25 fish. And this one is extremely boring. When you use it, you would expect it to have some wicked reaction like the other one, but no, nobody does anything. You just make a weird noise. So the last one from the vendors then comes from this vendor here, which is the Fireworks vendor. So this is the Sparklepony XL, and it will put you back 150 tickets. So you think, excellent, awesome, this is going to be so super great, wonderful. Right, so you need to be mounted to use it, and once you use it, it lasts for 15 seconds. Doesn't work if you're standing still, but basically if you jump, you get sparkles behind you. 15 seconds, but at least it does recharge every 5 minutes. So I thought I'd try it on a dragon as well. Obviously, standing still no sparkles, but jumping has sparkles. So my 15 seconds of sparkles that cost 150, maybe that's because, you know, fireworks cost a lot of money for a very short amount of time. Anyway, on to the 3 toys from drops. So there's 3 that you get from different sort of events that go on. The first one I'm going to show you is the Blight Boar one. So there is a Blight Boar concert that goes on. You can kill the Dark Knight, whatever it's called. Death Metal Night, that was it. Anyway, there is a chance to drop the Blight Boar microphone from the event once you've killed it. So this is what it does. You basically turn into the Blight Boar dude, which is pretty cool. Wish it was longer, but you know, and the cooldown is not too long, only 2 minutes. Next up, there are two that come from Moonfang. So the first one is Moonfang Shroud. If you don't know who Moonfang is, there are a load of wolves in the woods. Repeatedly kill everything in the woods and eventually Moonfang will appear. So the shroud itself, basically you get to put Moonfang's head on your head, which is kind of creepy and weird, and it doesn't come off unless you take the buff off, and you have it forever. So you can be a wolf forever. So the other one that comes from Moonfang is Moonfang's paw. Now this one is actually quite good, or I like this one anyway. So what does it do? Well, when you use it, you get to turn into a Moonfang, or a baby Moonfang, or whatever you want to call it, which is pretty cool. But what is cooler is it reacts to emotes. So if you do /dance, you have a little dance party as a wolf, which is pretty entertaining. I quite like that. And the one that I find quite adorable is when you do /sleep, you have a nap as a wolf, which is quite cool. So there you have it. That is what the drops do. So next on, there is one toy that you get from a quest. It's called the Ring of the Broken Promises. It's got a little storyline to it, which is actually kind of sad. But where you're going in order to get this drop quest is over here. If you dive into the water, you will be able to see a shipwreck right at this position here. Either put on a water mount or just swim or use your mount, whatever. Go past the shipwreck and turn around and you will see a cave entrance. So if you make your way into the cave, you will find some level 70 elites. These are the guys or girls, whatever you want to call them, that will drop the quest item, that will start the quest, and then you have to do the quest chain. It's not very long, it is kind of sad, but that's where you get it from. So what does it actually do once you finally have the Ring of Broken Promises? And I shall zoom in so you can see this. So there you have it. You basically turn into one of the people you killed for the ring to start with, and if you look at the buff, it says you're full of vengeance. You'll understand if you do the quest, but it's pretty cool. You get to be like that for 15 minutes. It does, however, have a 2-hour cooldown, but you can stay like that when you fight, which is kind of cool. So on to the 9 toys from achievements. I will go through all of them, but not all the achievements as in doing them, just how you get them. So the first one then, it's the Wanderlust Gold. So you get the attraction sign for getting gold with the Wanderlust race. So this is when you come to the pier and you do these races down here. So this is the ones on the left hand side. All 4 of the races over here give you a toy as a reward. So there's me getting gold, which is the 20 tolls, and this is the sign for doing it with Wanderlust. It's the attraction sign, and basically it puts down a sign facing the direction you are facing. So if you wanted to go in a different direction, face a different direction. So the next one is Rocketeer Gold. Again, this is the left hand side of the pier, and this one will give you the everlasting Darkmoon Firework, which, if you ask me, there's absolutely nothing everlasting about it, because when you use it, it goes up and it's there for like a fraction of a second. I mean, how is that everlasting? That's just horrible. Next up then is the Powermonger. When you get that one gold, you get rewarded with the Gaze of Darkmoon, which is this thing here. So this thing requires you to target something. So you can target anything you like, NPCs, other players, things you're going to kill, and basically it puts the giant Darkmoon thing on it. So you have to unselect it if you've got things like I have that, you know, block that. You can see that there. So this one is when you finish the Roadhog, you get the Fire Eater's Vial. So that one is basically a Fire Eater's Vial, as it says. So what does it do? Well, I've dragged it onto my bar and I can show you. Ta-da! As expected, you breathe fire. but then that's it. But it recharges really quick. That's all good. Right, so onto the right hand of the pier. The only one that will give you a toy that is keepable and goes in your journal is the Wanderlust. The others, one gives you a pet, two others give you items, but they don't actually get turned into toys. So using this one, you get to be the Darkmoon Eyeball and you get to roam around while it's channeled. Obviously, if you're attacked, it will cancel, and wherever you finish is not where you go, so you will always go back to where you started the channeling of this. But it is kind of fun to run around as an eyeball. That's about it, really. Next on then, so the achievement for doing the fire rings, doing 50 of them, this one will give you the reward of the blazing wings. If you're not sure how to do that, I've got a link to the video I did that achievement in, if that might help you with the route. But here is what the wings look like, and they are very pretty. I do like them, and they last for 15 minutes and only have a 30-minute cooldown, so that's always good. So on to the one that makes you want to hurt yourself. This is the dance one. So finishing off the achievement for doing 10 perfects on the hard, the medium and easy will reward you with the Can't Stop Dancing achievement, which will give you the Dancing Machine achievement, which gives you the toy of a dance mat. So what does it do? It literally gives you a dance mat, but at least you don't have to press any buttons anymore, and you can never have to go in that stupid tent ever again. Right, so on to the next one, which is the Triumphant Turtle Toss. This one's really easy. Always throw the ring at the center when he's coming round back from the edges. It's dead simple. So the toy for that one is obviously Darkmoon ring thing, and if you press this, whee, you get a load of rings and you can feel like Sonic, which is kind of cool. Then on to the Ace Tonk Commander. This one is really difficult and annoying and hurt my fingers, but the reward for this one is to torture yourself further and become a Tonk again. So if you want to be a Tonk and fire stuff at people and breathe fire at people but not actually hurt them, that's it. So that was all 20 toys. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, thanks for watching, and subscribe to see what else I'm up to.